Hi guys, and I think that is a very good place and moment to say something to you. And since last time I record a video about I'm crying out and say something about my family, I receive a lot of comments that you guys give me your support and your compliments and a lot of things. And some honey just say that you have the empathy with me. I'm very thankful and grateful for all of you to do that. Thank you so much, guys. So today I think it is good time to just talk about the original family and how to solve the emotional problems to you. Yeah, from my point of view. Right? First of all, I want to make an explanation to you is that because you read through the video is that I cried very sad and yeah, it looks so poor, but it's not like that because I maybe have a little bit tears incontinence. And in the daily life, I was a really absolutely extroverted person. And yeah, it's that you call it an ENTP puppy. And I always full of energy and I'm always very dynamic, you know. I just think that the energy, it is not endless, you know, and I have to stay, I have to rest. So I can't still be all the time to full of energy. So I need to experience some points that I will feel very wrong, feel disappointed, and crying out. Yeah, so you see that it is just very normal emotion to myself. Some honey say that I was just overthinking. It is not that. It is just a method for me to releasing my pressure or releasing my sadness and releasing my bad emotions. Right? I have to commit that my family is a very traditional Chinese family, or I have some wrong expression in the video is that I say that I lied to the question what's the most valuable thing in your family. I lied. It's not means that I say it's wrong. If you ask this question for a second time, I still reply to you as the same answer, you know. I just want to show is that maybe our connection, our relationship is not what I say to the supervisor. It's purely beautiful or absolutely beautiful because our relationship in my mind it is just a little bit unhealthy. This unhealthy relationship, I believe that it exists in most of this society, and the trauma and the harm caused for each other, it also exists in this Asian society, you know. As for me, I find that my emotions can be very stable when I face the problems of my parents. Yeah, and a long period of time, I was wondering why, and I just found the answer is that I was over caring about them. I always care about what they say, the every words, the every expression, and maybe the weird atmosphere they caused to me. All of these things made me uneasy and uncomfortable. And a lot of this trauma the parents cause to their children, maybe they don't realize that, and they don't realize that this is problems. I was struggling, fighting. Oh no, it's not fighting. It's conflicts with them, and just to yield as them, and just to strongly show my expression to them. I just want to get their understanding and let them know what I truly want. Then 10 years ago, or I found that I don't get the answer I wanted. Of course, to change a person, it is truly difficult. So I quit. But I have to solve this problem because it makes me miserable and makes me negative and always very down and don't want to do anything. I just dig up into the problems of this relationship, and I think that I have wasted so much of energy and so much of time to do other things. You know, my attraction is all focused on them and focus on the bad feelings and focus on the trauma they caused to me. And the long time to go, I become very different people. The one I truly dislike, I don't want to be full of negative feelings because I suddenly realized that I can't change anyone. I just can't change myself to change my mindset. All of those things, the truth my parents caused to me, something sad to ignore it or forgive it or just to deny it because it is truly exists to you and the feeling it is sincere and true and they don't want to do it but maybe sometimes they can't control themselves or maybe they don't realize that this is a problem and of course I strongly believe that my parents loves me so much and they give me a lot of support and money and time and of course a lot of extra expenditure. So I think how to deal with this unhealthy relationship and to solve this problem. It is intention to bring the best to you and it's do good to yourself. It's not for others and it's just to understand them or stand in a human perspective to analyze why they do that, why they caused such a bad feeling to you. You will find that it is something relevant to their characters in the social structure or their original family, maybe you don't have to support it, but you have to solve it. You have to cut down the harm they did to you. And today I don't want to discuss which kind of people have the qualification to be parents because it is meaningless and unnecessary. And my parents, in their perspective or in the social typical standards, this is a very good job. I do believe in today's society. It has a very universal phenomenon is that the more expenditure, the more energy the parents paid on their children, the more expectations they will have. I think this is a very unavoidable phenomenon in this society, and we can say it is wrong because even though it's your parents, everybody's like that. Your friends, your relatives, or the strangers, if you pay something to others, you want to get a reward. And as I mentioned above, my parents support me a lot, so much of it. And it is not, it's not necessary like me to feel guilty, because it is their obligation, and I just accept it. But from one point, I will break the emotional support for them, and the second one is just that I have to have the ability to, maybe it's not earn money, it's ability to have the confidence that you can be decent people in the future, right? But I feel uneasy and I was afraid of something. That thing is that my ability can't match up with the expectation because to get rid of the economic dependence, it is a hard thing for me nowadays, and I actually have no confidence to say that I will handle it.
So what? 谢谢你们看了这么久哟。今天很罕见的想跟大家用中文聊一下天，因为呢，这个视频其实是我即兴拍的，想跟大家分享一下我内心最真实的想法，但是因为没有做过准备，所以可能表达的不太清楚，并且是用英语说出来的嘛，所以有很多不完整的地方，我想给大家做一个补充，并且告诉大家自己是如何处理看待原生家庭带来伤害这个问题的。但是在这里我并不是说要去剖开一些很具体的问题和伤痛，就跟大家大致聊一下吧。在我发现了这个问题以后，并且发现自己其实并没有办法去真正的逃离，因为原生家庭的牵绊真的很深，并且其实我很爱他们呀，我也很舍不得他们，所以我下定决心去改变这一切。然后我也了解到了这方面的很多知识，其中就包括 CPTSD， 它其实是一种emotional flashback， 就是情绪的闪回吧。 可能是你自己觉得会莫名其妙的面对一些非常小的事情，会产生很大的情绪波动。其实那些都是你童年的时候遭受到同样的经历，并且产生了很委屈的情绪，现在忽然又涌现出来了。So it is not your fault, honey. 这真的不是你们的问题，所以不要再自责了，好吗？但是因为在这样的一个社会环境下，其实我们的父母也是受压迫的，所以他们可能会把他们的一些焦虑以及受到的各种不好的情绪吧，或者一些经历的事情，他们会没办法克制的转化到你的身上，这当然是不对的，但是可能确实也没办法避免，并且这可能也是我以后并不想当父母的原因，因为我觉得我很难不去将自己的坏情绪施加到我的孩子身上，或者说我很难去计较我付出的在他身上的所有的得失。但至少我的爸爸妈妈都是很善良、三观很正的人所以也让我有能力去怎么改变自己，并且其实在这一路上我也看到了他们的改变，只是可能并没有我所想的那么的好，我所期待的那么的好，但其实我们之间的不理解以及各种微妙的情绪吧还是会存在，就是像各种小心翼翼所以只能双方去找到一个平衡点，然后换一个思维方式，但是在这条路上过程还是很难，所以还是会有很崩溃的瞬间上个视频就是很崩溃的过程嘛，但是没关系啦，我相信自己可以克服，或者说我有勇气去接受我这一辈子始终在这个情绪漩涡里面，当然走出来最好了，去更广阔的天地，去拥有更好的心情。就像是我上个视频评论里面跟大家说的，其实不管我在外面多么的自信，但我还是希望得到父母的认可，并且其实我现在的恐惧感来源就是，如果想从根本上摆脱对父母精神的依赖，首先我得拥有经济能力，这是最根本的，但是我现在没有我感觉其实自己也不是很有信心，因为其实我觉得我没有足够大的能力去匹配我对自己的期待，我没有足够大的能力今天或者以后去拥有一个很不错的生活，这或许也就意味着我也许永远得不到父母的认可So it is a long way to go， 不过没关系，其实我心态也蛮好的，我知道这一路可能还会崩溃很多次了。不说这么多了，新年快乐哦！你们今年都在哪里过年啊？我祝愿你们新的一年可以走出自己心里的那座大山，好吗？摆脱任何一段你们觉得不是很健康的关系。Alright， 当然如果是家庭关系了，那就走出来就好了，好吗？然后如果走不出来，其实也没关系了，做个自洽的人。新的一年，祝大家都越来越好，拜拜。